let's start in standing. Let's come to standing. Take your feet so they're hip width apart. Spread those little tootsies. If you look down, see if you can get those inside edges of your feet as parallel as possible. And then even the pressure through the feet. Draw the shoulders down, away from the ears. And extend up through the crown of the head. So let's drop the chin, get the length through the back of the neck. And then bringing the head back up, keeping that length. Let's stretch down with the right fingertips down towards the floor. And then release that and stretch down with the left. And then let's do both together. Stretch down as much as you can, fingertips to the floor. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, soften all the way through the hands, up through the arms. Thinking about bringing the breath down low into the belly. So as you inhale, there's an expansion in the belly and the lower back, and as you exhale, let the weight sink on down through your feet. Let's make little circles now. So start to make circles with the hips. You can start with little guys, and then you can get a little bit bigger. And just noticing the change of pressure in your feet. Notice what your toes do as you go round. And let's change direction. Whee. Back to stillness. And let's bend the right knee and come up onto the toes on the right foot. Stretch through those toes. And pop that heel back down and do the same with the other side. Send the knee forward. We'll do that again. A little bit of paddling. Let's maybe speed that up. And then back to the right, and we'll do a bit of Elvis. And a little bit of Marilyn. Okay, other side, bit of Elvis. So your Elvis is an external hip rotation. And Marilyn is internal. And then let's step back with the right foot. So just step back onto the top of your right foot. Stretch out the top of the foot. Keeping the length through the crown. Nice soft shoulders. And then let's bring that back in and step back with the left foot and stretch the top of the left foot out. And then bring that back in. Zhuzhi down through the feet again. And we'll inhale, take the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. Stretch up as much as you can. Right hand takes left wrist. And you lean to the right. Breathe into the left side. Turning the armpit up to the sky. Change that stretch a little bit. And then turn it down to the floor. Down to the floor. Come back to center. Shoot rainbows out of your fingertips. Swap over. And over to the left. Breathe there into that stretch, and you can pull the right arm over a little bit with the left hand and increase that stretch. Armpit to the ceiling. And then down to the ground. coming back to center. Shoot rainbows. Ooh. And then we'll just pop the hands on the shoulders and do some circles. So bring the elbows in to touch and then nice big circles through the shoulders, through the shoulder blades. And then you can extend the arms out at shoulder height, palms face forward, stretch through the fingertips as much as you can. So you want to feel that fascia stretching all the way across both arms. And then we're going to make birds. So fingers and thumb together and you bring the hands forward. Feeling the stretch again, breathing there. And then you can drop them down. The birds point down. Again, breathing there. Keep lengthening up through the crown. Think about the space at the base of the skull. And then we sweep, keeping the arms straight. You sweep them behind you. You keep the bird. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Let the shoulders themselves fall away from the ears. And we're going to release that. Sweep the hands up and bend the knees at the same time. So you're coming into chair pose. Stretching up through the fingers, letting the sacrum, the lower back fall towards the floor. Breathing into the belly. And then pushing through the feet, coming all the way up to standing and bringing the hands to cactus. Nice deep inhale. And as you exhale, turning to the right. And then back to center, turning to the left. Back to center, over to the right again. Next inhale, extend the arms out, fingertips to fingertips. Stretching out through those arms. And then cactus. Back to center, over to the left. Extending the arms out again, fingertips to fingertips. Breathing there, thinking about the left rib cage. Filling with the breath. Cactus. Back to center. And you can release those arms down, have a little swing. And then we're going to do knees, belly, tits. Which basically goes like this. Knees, so you go knees first, and then the tummy, and then the tits. Knees. So we're kind of sweeping through the body. Nice heavy arms, just let the arms be heavy. And you could add a bit of head action if you wanted to at the end. Whee! You're rippling all the way through the body. Smashing. Okay. And then we'll inhale the arms back up again. Hands to prayer above your head. Stretch up. Bend the elbows. Draw the upper arms in towards your head as you drop your prayer behind your back. And then inhale, extend the arms back up. And as you exhale, come into chair prayer. So you're bending your knees and you're drawing your prayer to your heart center. And interlacing the fingers. Inhale, extending them out. Arms out in front of you. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone under, curl. Drop the head. Extending through the spine. Release the hands, interlacing behind your back. Inhale, come up to standing, squeeze the shoulder blades. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Bend the knees, let the arms come up and over. Drop the head. And breathe. Release the hands, sweep them forward and just pop them on the ground in front of you. And step back onto all fours. Drive down through the shins, check the hands. Switch your serratus anterior on so that outside edge of your armpit draws forward and you spiral up out of your wrists. The inside of your elbow points forward. Nice deep inhale, let the belly fall to the floor. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone under, curling all the way up. Drop the head. Inhale, tilt the pelvis the other way. Drop the belly, open the chest, draw the shoulders back, gazes forward. A few cat-cows. Let's just ripple through these. So your exhale, curling up. Inhale. Open. And then after your next inhale, you can return to a neutral spine and we'll extend the right leg out. Come onto the toes, send the heel away and stretch through the back of the leg. And then we'll make some circles there with the toes. So you're circling around the toes, squidging them round. Whee! Coming back to that neutral position. Drive down through the left shin, checking your hands. Again, nice deep inhale. Exhale, lift the leg up. Drive down through the left shin, and then you could extend the left arm out. Breathing there. Bend the elbow and bend the knee and let them meet underneath you. And then extend back out again. You're bending the elbow and the knee, touching them underneath and extending back out. Once more. And then you can pop the hand down and pop that right leg back down and drive down through the right shin and extend the left leg out onto the toes. Send the heel away, feel the stretch through the back of the left leg this time. And then circle around those tutsis. Really noticing what that feels like. Coming to stillness in that neutral position. Bracing yourself and then lifting the leg up. Driving down through the right shin as you extend the right arm out. Stretching through the fingertips, that diagonal stretch across the back. And then we'll meet underneath. So you bend the elbow, bend the knee and touch them underneath. And then extend back out again. Bend, probably as you exhale and then as you inhale. Ooh. Once more. And coming back into your all four position. Right, let's do dog wee. Done dog wee for a while. So, driving down through the shins, drive down through the left one, and then you can just bring that right leg up as though you were a dog doing a wee. I flexed my foot. You're trying not to lift the hip. So you're trying to keep the pelvis parallel with the floor. Breathing there. Bring that back in and down. And we'll go left leg. So drive down through the right shin and then you dog wee with the left leg. Glute medius. It's a good thing to practice. Because yeah. So if one side's, if it feels really uneven and one side isn't as good, what I do is I'll do double. Okay, tuck the toes under and head yourself into a downward dog. Remembering a little bend of the knees, arsehole into the sky. Extending through the arms, switch your serratus on, which helps to externally rotate those shoulders. Breathing there. And then drop the knees, flatten the feet, draw back into child's pose. And let's draw the fingers to the ceiling in your child's pose. Pop the hands down, inhale yourself back up, and walk the hands in towards the knees. We'll step the right foot forward. Driving down through the shin and the right foot. And we'll extend the left arm up. Stretch those fingertips up to the sky. You pop your right hand on your right thigh. You can have a little lean over to the right. Breathing into that side stretch. Come back up to straight. And then we'll bend the elbow and head the elbow to the outside of the right thigh. Try not to touch anything with your right hand. So I just draw my right hand behind me. So you're inhaling, coming up. And then exhale, bending and having a little twist. Inhale, coming up. And then exhale, having a little twist. Inhale, come up. And then float the hands down either side of that right foot onto your fingertips. Zhuzhi the knee back on the left leg. And then tuck the toes under. We're going to come into a lunge. So you're trying to keep your hips low and just extend out through that back leg. Really power through that back leg. And then we're going to draw the shoulders, open the chest, gazes forward. Breathing there. Pop the left hand down flat and inhale the right arm up, turning the right side of the body up to the sky. Keep sending the heel away on that back foot, stretching the fingertips up to the sky as much as you can. And then you can drop the back knee, float that right hand back down, and we'll step the right foot back into a downward dog. Have a little wiggle and a paddle, whatever you need to do in your downward dog. You could bend the right knee and take it in front of the left one and drop the hip. Have a little play with whatever stretch feels nice, basically. Bend the knees, bring them a couple of inches off the ground, and then bring the shoulders forward over the wrists. So you're in all fours, but you're hovering. Breathing there. And then you can drop the knees, flatten the feet, walk the hands in, come up into a high kneel and step the left foot forward this time. Drive down through the right shin, left hand, left thigh. Inhale the right arm up, stretch through the fingertips. Have a little lean over to the left. And breathe into that stretch in the right side. Come back up. And then we'll bend the right elbow and head it to the outside of that left leg. Try not to touch anything with the left arm. So inhale up. And then exhale. Have a little tricky shamu. And again, inhale up, exhale, twist. Inhale up, and then float the hands down either side of that left foot. Zhuzhi the knee back a little bit, the right knee. Tuck the toes under, and then extend that leg away without lifting the hips. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, open the chest, gazes forward. Power through that back leg. Breathing there. And then you can pop the right hand down flat and inhale the left arm up, fingertips to the ceiling. So you're sending the heel away. There's a squeeze of the thighs together. There's a stretch up through those fingertips. Bringing the left hand back down, dropping the knee, and then you can step the left foot back and we're back onto all fours. And then we're just going to pull back into child's pose. Bringing the fingertips up, so drawing the fingertips up towards the sky. Pop the hands down. Inhale yourself back up onto all fours. Tuck the toes, downward dog. Have a little wiggle and a paddle in your downward dog. And then inhale the right leg up into the sky. As you exhale, draw that right thigh into the chest. Bend the knee. Bring the weight forward so the shoulders are over your wrists. And see if you can step that right foot in between your hands. And then we're just going to walk the hands round. Swivel that right foot so you parallel your feet, and we're now in a wide leg thing. So from here, if you come, you could take a block if you want. If you've got a block, you can use the block. I'm on my fingertips. So we're going to find length through the spine. Draw the shoulders, look straight down in between your hands. Tuck your chin and then pull the back of your head up towards the ceiling. So you want your neck to be in line with your spine. Few breaths here. Exhale, allow yourself to come down as much as is comfortable. So you're releasing that body down, the head, the crown of the head towards the floor. And then inhale, come up and find the length again. You're going to little mouse the hands over towards the right foot. Bend the right knee and get some stretch through the inside of the left thigh. And then if you want to, you could turn the toes to the ceiling on that left foot. Change the stretch. Come back up. Pop the foot down, little mouse the hands over to the other side, or move your block. Then the left knee, find the stretch in the inside of that right leg. And then if you want to turn the toes to the ceiling, you can turn the toes. Pop the foot back down. Walk yourself back to center. Inhale, find the length. Left hand in the middle, so left hand in the middle of your block. And then you can inhale, take the arm up. Be mindful, you're trying to take that arm up level with the shoulder. Just heading it up as far as it will go. Turning the right side of your body, the rib cage, the waist. Turning that up towards the ceiling. Stretching those fingertips. Floating the arm back down, swapping hands. Inhaling the left arm up, follow it up. Breathing into that left side. Float the arm back down, both hands. Find the length. Looking straight down, pull the back of your head up. Hands to the hips. Inhale yourself up. And then we'll turn the heels in. And bend the knees. Driving the right knee to the right and the left knee to the left. So you want to switch those glute babies on. And then we're going to do this. Bosh. You extend the arms out and you pull the fingers up towards the ceiling. Right arm, think about making a circle of fire. So the right arm Goes in front of the body, sweeps in front of the body, and then comes back. Beautiful. Left arm. Both. Crossing in front. And again, right arm. Left arm. Both. Once more, right arm. Keep driving the knees. Left arm. Both. Isn't it? It's really nice. It's a Shiva, like a battle thing, like a Shiva thing. So it's very Indian goddess. Have a little bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bring yourself up. Release your hands, and you can just walk your feet, shoo them back in with a little balance. Okay, let's do tree. So finding your fixed point, really checking in with your feet, extending up through the crown, and then we'll just bring that right leg in. So you're trying to, you want to suck your left glute in sideways, and then you can bring that leg up wherever it gets to and it's comfortable, and bring the hands back. Breathing there, nice deep breaths, feeling that roaring up from the crown. If you want to extend the arms up, you could do that. And if you want to shut your eyes, you could do that. So what I found with shutting your eyes is if you focus on something and then picture it, and then when you close your eyes, you just keep picturing it. Yeah, I say that. Ooh, not that easy. Yeah. Okay, and then bringing that back down, releasing everything. And then have a little go at the other side. So bring the left foot in. Oh, and the other thing you want to be mindful of is moving your pelvis. So you want your pelvis to be pointing straight forward. So just be mindful of that, because this external rotation can only go so far, and then you're moving your pelvis. So you just want to keep your pelvis still, and yeah, and like find your point, and then yeah, and then you're then you're kind of helping with that external rotation bit. Squeezing the right glute for your stability. Nice deep breaths. You want to extend your arms up. And then you have this closing your eyes option if you would like to fall over. Cool. Okay, let's come back to the top of your mat, and we'll step back with the left foot. Find length through the crown, softening in the shoulders. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bend the front knee. Be mindful not to let this left hip drop. And then we'll bird the arms up. Woo-hoo. Extend out to the fingertips. That's beautiful. Extend out through the fingertips. If you look at your backhand and really extend through the backhand, and then the front, you get that sense of stretching there. And then drop the backhand. We'll reverse warrior. So you're inhaling that right arm up and over. The legs stay exactly the same. As you exhale, we'll cartwheel the arms round and come into a Pajbakonasana. Turning that left rib cage up to the sky. Inhale, come up, reverse warrior. We'll do a few of these. Exhale, back into your Parshvakonasana. Ooh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Parshvakonasana. This time as you come up, as you inhale, straighten the front leg. Arms or shoulder height. And then Trikonasana. So extending as much as you can towards the right. Lengthen the sides of the body. And then the hand comes down. Either your hand on your hip or your fingertips up to the ceiling. Stretching those fingertips up, turning the left side of the body, breathing. And then if you want a bit more of a stretch, you can, this left hand, you can stretch it over. So you can take that to a 45. And then the other option you have is to remove the right hand as well. That's quite hard. And then you can inhale yourself back up. Float the arms down and step back to the top of your mat. Extending up through the crown. Step back with the right foot. The outside edge of your back foot parallel with the back edge of your mat. And then you turn the heel out. Extending up through the crown. As you exhale, you bend the knee. You drive the knee to the left. Keeping that right hip firm. And then you inhale the arms up. Do a little bird. Stretch out through the right fingertips and then the left. Just checking that your torso is upright. Nice soft shoulders. And then you can drop the back hand, reverse warrior. And then as you exhale, cartwheel the arms for your Parshvakonasana. Right side up to the sky. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Parshvakonasana. Inhale. Exhale. Legs stay the same. Parshvakonasana. Next inhale, you come up, straighten the front leg. And then we're going into Trikonasana. So you're stretching to the left. Get the length through the sides of your body before the hand floats down. Turn the right rib cage to the sky and then extend the arm up. If that's comfortable. If not, just keep your hand on your hip and draw the shoulder back. If you want to do the 45, you can take the right arm over for a bit more of a stretch. And then if you want to extend the left arm out, do that too. Inhale yourself back up. Float the arms down. And let's turn the toes in again. So we're back to this parallel feet shenanigans. Inhale, take the arms up. And then we'll float the arms down to shoulder height, palms face forward. Extend the fingertips away from you. And then we'll do the Shiva thing again. So palm faces away, right hand, palm faces away, left hand. We make a nice big circle with the right arm, and then a nice big circle with the left, and then both. And again, right arm, left arm, both. It's good, isn't it? Yeah. And then we'll turn to the top of the mat and step yourself back. Okay. Inhale, take the arms all the way up. Look up, hands to prayer. Draw the prayer to the heart center. Hinge at the hips, come forward. Bending the knees, curl down over your thighs, drop your head. Let's have a yes with the head. So nod the head and have a yes. And then we'll have a shake. No, 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 no. So yes, yes, no, 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 no. Inhale, find length through the spine. Pull the back of your head up towards the ceiling, draw the shoulders, and then you can flatten the hands and step back into plank. Draw the shoulders. Look straight down in between your hands. Pull the back of your head up towards the ceiling. Just check you're in a straight line. So that might look like sucking your belly up a little bit. And then we'll drop the knees, flatten the feet, and pull back into a child's pose. And breathe. Inhale, look up, move the hands over to the right. Little mouse with the left hand as much as you can. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, fold down over your right thigh. And breathe into the stretch along the left side of your body. Looking up, moving the hands over to the left. Little mousing with the right arm. Nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, fold down over the left thigh. Inhale, come up. Coming back to center. And then back up onto all fours. We're just going to walk the hands. We're going to sit down, walk the hands in. So we're just sitting on our heels. I'm going to do a few wrist lifts. So you want to get your shoulders over your wrists. There's 3 rules for wrist lift. Shoulders over wrists. Both thumbs lift off at the same time. The fingers stay very firmly, all of the fingers stay very firmly pushed against the mat, and then you lift the palms. Come back down, lift them back up. Come back down, lift them back up. So it's a bit of a pumping kind of, yeah. So you're creating an angle on the fingers and hands, that joint, you're trying to create, I mean, I'm not at 90 degrees, but you're trying to create a 90-degree angle there. Again, good thing to practice. This is a really good wrist strengthening exercise. So when you can do 10 of those and it's easy, like really easy, you then move forward a little bit and just put a little bit more weight through it. But the rules stay the same. Thumbs up, shoulders over wrists, and then it's this up and down. Fingers stay firmly pressed, which is hard work. I mean, that's really achy for me. Like that's plenty. Thanks very much. Okay, so let's come back onto like a proper all 4 position, and we're gonna come onto the top of the left hand to start with. So you're kind of stretching it the other way, and then pop. Yeah, you're on the top of the hand. So there's a stretch along the top of. So there's a stretch along the top of the hand, and then you can do the right hand, same thing. Seeing how straight you can get the arm, I guess, as well. Yeah. Although it doesn't really matter. Yes. Yeah. That straightening the arm. Yeah. Lower part of the arm. Yeah. Okay. And then let's turn the fingers so they point in towards us. Nice straight arms. You could bend the elbows and come down. You could touch the chin maybe on the floor and come back up. So you're doing a bit of a press up with the fingers pointing in. Do a few of those. Let's do 5 of those. And then we'll kind of rock our way round with our hands. So if you take the weight into the right hand and then the left fingertips can point forward. And then you take the weight into the left hand and the right fingertips can point forward. And then you sway again and move the left hand so the fingertips start to point out. So we're coming into like a seal. Keep rocking, and then you can take the hands, fingers so they point back a little bit maybe. Just very gently rocking yourself from side to side and moving the hands as you do that. Just moving them round. So I'm going back now, moving them all the way round. And I'm going to go all the way back so my fingers are pointing towards each other again, and do another 5 little press ups there. Bringing the hands back when you've done that so the fingers point forward. Tucking the toes under and head into downward dog. Finding the length through the spine again. Drawing the outside edges of the armpits forward. Little bend in the knees. Lengthening through the crown. And then looking at the hands and taking the right knee to the right wrist and the left knee to the left. And sitting yourself down. And then bringing the feet together and the legs together in front of you. So the knees are bent. Taking the arms back, fingers pointing towards you. So fingers pointing forward. Squeeze the thighs together, squeeze the legs together. Push through the hands, draw the shoulders back, open the chest, and look up a little bit with the gaze. Breathing there into that stretch of the skin across the chest. Opening up of the chest and the rib cage. Release that. Yes, there's a stretch through the upper arms in that, definitely. Release that a little bit. Glue your legs together and let them fall over to the right. Push through the hands and once again stretch through the chest. And this time maybe a little bit more in the left. You'll find a bit more of a stretch in the left pectoral muscle across the chest and the left arm. Gaze is up. Releasing that, bringing yourself back to center. Keep squeezing those legs together as you go over to the left. Pushing through the hands. Opening the chest, looking up a little bit. This time it's the right arm. Release that. Bring the legs back into center. Come forward. You can peel. I quite like doing this actually. You peel your hands. So as you come forward, you do that really slowly and peel your hands off. So you get that stretch through the fingers as you come up. Wrap the arms around your legs and give yourself a hug. Inhale, come up, find the length through the spine. Pop your hands on your knees and lean back. Keeping the lower back nice and straight, feeling that in the belly. If you want to bring your legs up, you could do that. It's really nice to drive your big toes towards each other and see if you can activate the arches of your feet. You could hold under your knees, you can extend the legs out. You can also bring the arms up high, which is horrid. And you can also obviously straighten the legs. And you can straighten the legs and bring the arms up high, which is really horrid. Popping the feet back down, hip width apart, spread the toes. Take the hands behind you, fingers point towards you again. Brace yourself, push through the feet and lift yourself up. Drive your hips up with your bottom. Breathing there. As you lower yourself back down, swing your bottom back a little bit. And then bend your elbows and let your forearms come down onto the floor. So we're going to go up from here. So you push through the hands and come back up, flaring the chest. You can do that shenanigans again. Draw the shoulders back, push through the feet and lift the hips up, all with your bottom. So glute max, sending those hippies up into the sky. And we'll come down again. So as you come down, you bring the bottom back a little bit. So you've got room to drop the forearms. And then we'll go up. Ooh, flare the chest. And up. Bosh, hips. Bring your bottom back down. And this time, you can bring the back down to the floor as well. Check in with the feet. So the feet are hip width apart. We'll inhale, take the arms up, fingertips to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, turn the palms to face the ceiling and sink the shoulder blades. Bringing the thighs into the chest, flexing the feet, and then extending the legs away. So you want the feet over the hips. If you need to bend your legs to do that, do that. So you're drawing the toes towards you, the legs are extending away, you're drawing the fingers towards you, and your arms are extending away. And then we'll make fists with the hands and scrunch the toes, and we'll make circles with the ankles and the wrists, going one way and then going the other. Bend the knees, bring the thighs into the chest. Have a little zhuzhi rockety-roo. Popping the feet back down, hip width apart, arms down by your side, tilting the pelvis, pushing the lower back against the mat, and then rolling up into bridge. Making sure your knees don't fall out, sending your hips up with your bottom, with your glute muscles. You could inhale your arms up and over the top of your head, stretching out behind you if you wanted to. Also is very nice, is interlacing your hands behind your back, squeezing your shoulder blades together and coming right up onto your shoulders. And if you do that, you could also push through the feet and bring even more of a bend to the upper thoracic, the upper bit of the back. When you've had enough, cog by cog, roll yourself back down and bring the knees into the chest again for another little zhuzh. Pop the feet down, take the arms out, nice deep inhale, and then as you exhale, drop the knees to the right, look to the left, and just breathe into the left hip and the left side of the body. Inhale, center. Exhale, down to the left, look to the right. Breathe into the right side. center. And into the chest for another little zhuzh. And then it's Shavasana. It's sleepy time. Sleepy time time. Socks on. So getting yourself nice and comfy, warm and comfy. It's what we're after. Yeah. Ooh, dear. Mm. Making any adjustments to ensure your comfort. And then bringing the focus to the breath and letting it help you settle. Let's take some deeper breaths. Inhale and draw the breath down low, filling the torso. Slow, steady exhale, welcoming those sensations of release, relaxation, softening. And again, deep inhale, slow, steady, releasing. Allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Ebb and flow. Swelling and shrinking. Bringing to your mind's eye the image of an enormous blue sky. Tapping into those sensations of spaciousness. As far as you can see. Endless blue sky. Filling that sky now with the image of a smile. Curve of a smile. Filling the sky. So you add to this sense of spaciousness. You add the warmth, sense of well-being that comes with the smile. Drawing your sky filled with a smile, drawing that down into your mind. And allowing the vastness of the sky and the felt sense of a smile to fill your mind. Skin on the forehead is smooth, the broadening across the brow. Turning the outside corners of your eyes up a little as though smiling. Welcoming the smile across the eyes. Space inside the lips. And the inside of your mouth smiling. Letting that release the jaw so that the bottom jaw is heavy. Picturing the curve of a smile filling the throat. And then letting the awareness drift into the shoulders. Finding the space inside your shoulders. Just being aware of what the shoulders feel like. Movement within the shoulders, vibration of aliveness. Bringing the image of a smile now into the shoulders, stretching from shoulder to shoulder. Heart center. And the breath at the heart center. And then the smile. What happens when you smile into your heart? Letting the smile fill your belly now. And your whole pelvic area, the pelvic bowl. Smile, stretching through the pelvic bowl. Spacious. Awareness. Sense of well-being. into the moment by focusing once more on the breath and how that moves through the body. You could bring your awareness back to that felt sense of a smile, maybe at the heart center, maybe at the eyes, wherever works. As a way of finishing, let's return to the heart center and find the breath there. Maybe the image of a smile. When you inhale, you intensify those sensations that come with a smile. Say a little thank you to whoever or whatever comes up in our heart centers right now. Who you have, you are grateful for. And then when you're ready, starting to bring a little bit of movement back. Moving your head from side to side. Wiggling the toes, ankles, fingers, wrists. Having a stretch out, or maybe drawing the knees in and having a rockety-roo. Making your way over onto your right side. A few more breaths before pushing yourself up into sitting. And taking the hands to prayer at the heart center. Taking a nice deep inhale, extending up through the crown. And as you exhale, folding forward, thanking whoever you want to thank.